What's up, guys? It is Sunday, March 16th, 2025, MMAOB Daily Podcast. I'm your host, as always, Adam Martin. That's Big Marcel. And we're here to recap UFC Vegas 104, Vettori versus Dolidze 2, which on paper I thought was not very good. And I think it turned out to be a pretty damn good card, personally. It was very entertaining. We had, 9 finishes? Yeah, 9 finishes. So pretty crazy, guys. Turned out to be, I think, a damn good card, personally. But Marcel, how you feeling, man? How's your weekend going?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Fights were pretty early yesterday, an hour earlier, because you guys had daylight savings time. We still didn't have it, so
Right.
it was an hour earlier. Was good.
Cry more.
Sorry?
Cry more.
Cry more? No, it was good, man. Okay. No, it was good. It's an okay card. What else?
It was entertaining. I mean, what else could you ask for? You had 9 finishes on 13 fights. So, again, on paper, not the best card, and like a lot of, not big names, but I think the entertainment value delivered, man. Let's get some comments here. What are you doing there? What are you doing? Antoine, what's up? What are you guys' best tips for dealing with stuffy nose? I don't know, man. I mean, I hope you feel better, but I don't know, just what's your tips? Do you have any tips for?
I don't even know what a stuffy nose is, so you have to.
It's like if he's sick or something. I don't know if it's sinuses, Antoine.
I always use nose drops here, but it's not really good to do that.
Just
all the time.
Type it in Dr. Google, and Dr. Google will give you an answer. There you go. Remove limit break. What's up, man? Glad to have you here. I can, man. What's up, man? What's up, guys? On paper, it's the best preview show on YouTube. Hey, I'll fucking take it. Wait, this is the recap. I just make sure that I didn't put preview in the title. This is the recap show, but we are going to do the preview for UFC London after this. We're going to go for about an hour and a half tonight, so about 45 and 45. We did a little bit later in the night, so I want to get out here a bit earlier. Marcel, what time is it? What time is it? Yeah.
1:37.
There you go. Well, appreciate you staying up late with us, man.
No problem.
What's up, True? Yeah, True, you didn't even watch the card, didn't you? Go out or something for wings? How was your chicken wings, True? I think True went up for some wings with a big friend of his. What's up? Remove limit break. Card wasn't near as bad. Brian Spann fight was fucking terrible. I mean, that was probably the worst fight in the card, to be honest with you.
Yeah, with the
that or the AJ Cunningham fight. That fight was not very good either. Lazy Bev, what's up, man? Glad to have you here. Jason, what's up, man? Glad to have you here, Jason.
Something.
All right, let's go through the card, guys, one by one. I'm just gonna say it right now. I want to give you props, dude, because Marcel, first couple months of the year, your picks were, they were just okay. Last couple of cards, you've been on fire, dude. So I mean, seriously, good job. No, I have to give you props, man. You picked Carlos Vera last week, plus 500 dog came through. You had a couple other underdogs like Dolidze, I think maybe another one, but man, really good picks. Because to be honest with you, this was a pretty tough card. You had to really pick your spots. A lot of these unproven guys were minus 500 favorites, and a couple of them really shit the bed, including your boy Njokuani, Marcel. That guy really shit the bed. So we'll go through the fights, guys, one by one. Not one of my best cards for sure. So yeah, I mean, I'm already looking at the London card and ready to bounce back because this card was tough. I mean, I really just didn't have a great read in some of these fights. And there was a lot of upsets I didn't really see coming. So it is what it is. And also the judges against me again, Marcel. I have not been on the right side of the judges lately, those fuckers. So let's go through it, Marcel, one by one. We'll start with the top, work our way down. Roman Dolidze defeats Marvin Vettori, unanimous decision, 49-46 times 3. Yeah, I mean, I think those scorecards are fine. I had a 3-2, but I think 4-1 is justifiable too, because the first round really could have went either way. I know that you said you had the third round for Roman, but I really think that was Marvin's round. And
bro,
the judges all had it that way. Although
I was completely riling you up in the Discord.
Okay.
I also was saying only people. It's either 49-46 for Dolidze or 48-47 Dolidze, but that's only Vettori fans who have that. That's what I said. It's just to rile you up a little bit.
I did see some people online that had for Vettori. I think they had I don't even know what rounds they would have, but I will say this. I think a point should have been taken at one point for the eye poke, personally, because there was multiple eye pokes, and it did affect the fight, I think. But at the same time, even if it was taken with the 4-1, yeah, he still would have won. So I think the right guy won. Dolidze was the better fighter last night. He landed more strikes. He pushed the action more, and Marvin I think he looked really flat last night.
Can we agree on one thing?
Yeah,
we don't need to see the trilogy.
Well, I know that Roman was joking about it, but I hope it's just a joke because I just don't want to see this fight again. I know a lot of people said this was a great fight. To me, it was just an okay fight. I didn't care about it that much. I don't think it needed to be 5 rounds.
You, Stevie Wonder and Helen Keller.
Saw a lot of people online saying that after the card last night.
Come on, man, Jesus.
I did. I saw a lot of people on Twitter saying it. I mean, listen, you're entitled to your opinion. So if you think it was a great fight, fair enough. I think it was an okay fight. I told you last night that I was kind of tuning out later on in the fight. I'm just like, this is the same thing over and over. It was just Dolidze laying the bigger shots, Vettori just eating punches again. In the last two fights, Vettori has eaten over like almost 400 strikes to the head. Like basically, like he's just getting the shit kicked out of him. I know he went to a different camp. It didn't seem to work very well. And, Roman looked good, man. I mean, I'll give Roman his props here. Like, he looked good. 3 straight wins. I think he's definitely improved lately and called out Adesanya, called out Whitaker. He might get one of those fights. It's possible. Maybe he gets someone else, but I think he's in a good spot with 3 straight wins, and he's looked good lately. So, any thoughts, man?
I think he should get Cannonier, by the way.
Yeah, that's another one. Good call.
I thought it was. Listen, man, the Roman won. In my opinion, he did well, but that fight wasn't entertaining at all. I don't know how people think that. I don't know how people think that was entertaining. It was one of the least entertaining fights of the night. But yeah, good win for Dolidze. He won. In my opinion, 4 out of the 5 rounds. Okay. Yeah, I guess I told Adam that I thought that he won the 3rd round, and Adam was like, "Oh,
I'm still not convinced you're joking." By the way,
I clearly was, man. But yeah, but I kept going at it, so I understand if you think.
This is the round where he got his head rocked. That was the only round where he really didn't like.
Yeah, and I said to you like, yeah, who cares? But yeah, but it was. Listen, man, it was a fun card, but this fight got me bored as hell. I was happy when it was over. So no, it wasn't a good fight, but a good win for Dolidze anyways. Good for him that he got that one back. Because the first one was pretty close and pretty controversial. So good for him that he got a clear one this time.
Agreed. So let's go through some comments here. Great having you. Good, awesome break. Hey, appreciate it. I mean, like I said last week, not my best card, but it is what it is. Is it a hot take to say Vettori might get cut? I don't think so, man. I mean, he's losing to look who he lost to, dude. He lost to in the last 3. The last 4 losses he had were Dolidze, Cannonier, Whitaker, and Adesanya. Like, he's not amazing, but I mean, he's still a top 15 guy for sure. And I still like this Brendan Allen fight that a lot of people are talking about, right? Including Antoine here. You like that fight, Marcel?
What, the Brendan Allen against Vettori one?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, why not?
I think it makes sense. True. Yeah, I watched the main card and go home for a feast of chicken Alfredo. We got double over chicken wings as appetizer. Chicken with chicken as an appetizer, Marcel. That's the way to go. Craig, what's up, man? How was bowling? Dude, it was good. Our team, we won 2 of the 3 games. We won like the grand total, so our team did well. There were some like really clutch shots. I came out clutch. I had some big strikes today. I bowled well, man. I bowled really well. I've actually had a really good week, Craig. I bowled really good on Wednesday too. So I'm filling in tomorrow night for a friend, and hopefully I'll bowl up a storm again with Craig. Me and you gotta go bowling sometime, man. When we go to a Jays game, we should go bowling too, dude. I'm gonna meet up with Craig at some point, Marcel. He lives like maybe 2 hours from me, so we're gonna meet up at some point.
Does he live in the U.S. or in the 51st state?
Fuck you, dude. I think Craig's like outside Toronto, like I think in like Kitchener or something. I can't remember. He probably just wanted me to say actually on the show. Let's say he lives in the States. There you go. Okay. John, what's up, man? It was a snoozer of a fight. Right guy won. I mean, I pretty much agree. Decent scrap. Yeah, it's fair. It was okay. I mean, it was just an okay fight, No trilogy need Vettori and Allen too. Yeah, not in the case on the casino floor. It looked like they were fighting neck deep in the pool. It just wasn't a mediocre fight. Kind of sad. Top 15. I mean, I think the middleweight division is actually better than it ever has been, to be honest with you. Like, there's a lot of contenders right now. But, I would have rather... Like, where's Kaio? Why is he not fighting? Like, get him in the octagon, for God's sakes. Where is he?
I don't know.
Yeah, like, Cannonier's fought since then, Can't remember how I scored the fight. Marvin could remember. Oh, yeah, the cup thing was hilarious. I forgot about that. So did Marvin. He forgot his cup. I've never seen that before. Have you ever seen that in MMA?
No, he seems to have problem with shorts, cups, all those kind of things,
Tyone got a handful of nuts there, Marcel.
Yeah. Well, he is nuts, so I mean.
Your boy. Joe, what's up, man? Glad to have you here. Yeah, I agree with Joe. I think it was fun. Whitaker and Kyle. There's like, they can just mix and match. Cannonier's not fighting Hill. Cannonier doesn't have a fight. Hill's fighting Roundtree.
Yeah. Oh,
you're in Woodstock, Craig? That's even it's a little bit more south, I think, right? So fair enough. I thought you were in Kitchener for some reason. All right, let's go to
what did you say? I thought you were in the kitchen. What did you say?
No, it's like there's a city called Kitchener. That's where I thought he lived.
Okay.
I don't know why I thought that. I was wrong. Let's go to the next fight here. Chidi and Njokuani. He missed weight, but he had a great win here. Knockout with a knee over Elizeu, Zaleski to Santos. I mean, I honestly feel like he cost himself 50,000 probably because that was a nasty knockout, man. You don't really see a lot of knee knockouts these days. His Muay Thai is fucking amazing. We've always known that. 3 straight wins for Chidi at welterweight. He's the same age as me, man. He's 36, 88 birthday, and it's nice to see the older guys, Marcel, doing really well. But I mean, he missed weight, so got to get that in check. But I still think this is a good win for him over a guy who's pretty solid in the Santos. Yeah, he would call for a ranked guy. Maybe he gets it, but he did miss weight, so I'm not sure. I know some people said like Neil Magny. I don't mind that. Neil's not ranked anymore, I don't think. But Neil's like the gatekeeper of the division. And if he beats Neil, then he'll get a ranked opponent. You like that, or?
No, I give him Michael Chiesa.
Yeah, okay, that's fine too. I mean, any of those guys. Chiesa, even I don't mind giving a ranked guy because he's an older guy. But again, the weight is it's not great.
I want to see him against a grappler. Can he keep it standing against a grappler? Because if he can keep it standing against Chiesa, he can win the fight.
Luke is another guy too because he's well rounded. Luke, he can take you down.
Luke is ranked, right?
He is ranked. Yeah, you don't want to.
I don't think he should get a rank.
I wouldn't be surprised though because he's older, right? So they want to kind of fast track him, but he missed weight. And I know what you're saying, Antoine. But the thing is, like, he missed weight initially, so you can't blame the doctor. Like, you stepped on the scale a pound and a half heavy. And I listened to his interview. He said like his blood pressure was too high. The doctor's there to like make sure these guys don't fucking die from weight cutting. Like we've seen it happen. So I get what he's saying. He's like, fuck, I had an extra hour, but like, maybe he's not used to the 1 hour win. Let me ask you, do you like the 1 hour win? Do you like the 2 hours?
Perfect.
Okay, fair enough.
Probably he was already at the max. You know what I mean? So then the doctor,
dude, it's a hard weight for him.
Maybe for us. I mean, for me, I like the 1 hour weigh in, so I don't have to watch 2 hours to an empty screen.
Even though Sean Shelby, takes an extra hour.
Dude is such an annoying guy. Sometimes you get like these guys have weighed in all, and then Mr. Shelby walks in like 50 minutes later.
He wasn't even shaking their hands this time. He's giving fist bumps. It was weird, wasn't it? Did he break his hand or something?
I don't know what to think about him sometimes, but I don't know him personally, so I shouldn't have an opinion. But yeah.
Anyways, I mean, if Nick Diaz fights again, that would be a sick fight. I'm not gonna lie, that would be a fun one. Chaos is fine. Soriano, these fights are fine. Like I don't mind any of them, dude. I mean, Chidi's an exciting guy. If you give him a guy who's gonna stand and strike, he's gonna have a good fight. Yeah, the extra like Luana Carolina. That's probably why she couldn't weigh in, right? Remember, Luana always came in with like 2 minutes left, Marcel. I know it pissed you off so bad.
They're really annoying, always. Yeah, she always listen. One time was actually really convenient for me when she fought in. Overseas, I think. I don't know where she fought.
In London, maybe. That one?
Oh yeah, exactly. So normally I always watch live, but it was like very early in the morning here, and I wanted to keep sleeping for a couple of hours. So it was like if I tune in like 10 minutes before the end of the weigh-in, I probably catch Carolina, and indeed she was the last one still to weigh in, so I knew it. Yeah,
no, fair enough. And yeah, it's been a while since he's been knocked out, Zaleski. So I mean, it was a sick knockout, man. Knee right up the middle. It's great. All right, Alexander Hernandez, the Great Ape, defeats Kurt Holloway. Unanimous decision, very close fight. A lot of people had Holloway winning. I had Hernandez winning, but it was like super close. I wouldn't have been surprised either way. I thought it'd be split because I thought the judges would kind of have different scorecards here, but they were unanimous with Hernandez. But I feel like the scorecards were a little weird because they all gave Hernandez the first and third round. And like to me, like Holloway definitely won the first round. And I thought the second round was kind of the one that could have been gone either way. So I mean, it was a close fight. You leave these kind of fights in the hands of the judges. You never really know. What do you think, Marcel?
I want to know, who are we gonna fight next, Adam? Who are we gonna fight next?
Yeah, the guy on the what's it called? The post-fight interview. Marcel didn't love it that much. So
listen, man, I don't know the guy personally. Maybe I'm a dick right now, but he's just like I can't stand the questions. It's like he almost crawls in their asses. But yeah, Hernandez, it was a close fight, man. I feel like, it could have gone either way. I think the judges said it weird that they had the first round for Hernandez. I think Holloway won the first round.
One of them had a 30-27, which Larry's tell us. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Yeah, I agree. I had 29-28, but
who do you have it for?
I scored it for Hernandez, but
okay,
I wouldn't have been surprised.
Yeah, same. I mean, it was a close fight, right? Duke McDuck, Chidi, welcome to Amosov. I mean, Amosov's coming to the UFC, right? He's got to be after he got that finish.
Adam, I got to ask you something, man. How the fuck is it possible that a guy like Yaroslav Amosov, listen, good for CFFC, but has to fight at CFFC first before the UFC might have any interest? It's like, that's so weird.
Don't care what he did in Bellator, I guess. I mean, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, but I mean, winning at CFFC.
I'm sorry, Marcel. they don't care what he did as a champion in another organization.
Oh yeah.
That's what Dana said about people. Oh, he can't. He's coming from another organization. Yeah, okay, we know where he's coming from.
I'm just surprised that Dana didn't say like, yeah, we signed Pitbull. He had multiple titles, and how do you say that in the regional scene?
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised they didn't say that either. All right, let's go to the next fight here. Damon Blackshear defeats Cody Gibson, second round Kimura. Definitely an impressive finish, but I mean, I think Cody looked great in this fight, to be honest with you. Like, his striking looked amazing in the first round and a half. And he took down Blackshear for some reason. And Blackshear reversed position and then got the submission. Yeah. Cody really fucked up here, man. I think he had this fight in the bag, dude. Like, on his feet, it wasn't even close. He had a huge striking advantage, and then I don't know why he took the guy down, but I mean, another nasty submission win for Blackshear. We know that's where he's good. Go ahead.
Yeah, the Twister brothers were all there, right? Blackshear, Mitchell,
and the three guys with twisters are all there last night. That's wild.
Yeah.
Korean Zombie. Yeah.
Yeah, man. What can you say? I mean, Blackshear had a great finish, but I felt like Gibson, like you said, almost gave that fight away with this fight, getting Blackshear to the ground. While I felt like he had a big striking advantage. Actually, you know, he had him against the cage many times. And Blackshear only could do stuff because he was able to turn around Gibson and do his work on the ground. So, great win, man, for Damon.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a solid submission there. All right, next fight here, another submission. Brenson Hibero defeats Dier Nurgaje by second round Kimura. So, first time they've had back. Actually, I think it was since UFC 123, which actually, Marcel, I tweeted this. First card I ever saw in person. UFC 123, Machida Rampage. Drove down to Auburn Hills to see that card. It was 2010, I want to say. So it was awesome, man. I mean, the main event was not the best fight, but we had BJ Penn knocking out Matt Hughes in like 21 seconds or something. And there was two Kimuras. So the first was George Soteropoulos, my fellow Greek, Marcel. He submitted Joe Lozon. I think that was fight of the night in that card. And then the other fight was Phil Davis submitted Tim Boach. He called it the Mr. They were calling it the Mr. Wonderful. Now they're calling it a Kimura. It was like a hammerlock thing. Fair enough. But yeah, I mean, it was amazing. Go ahead.
In 2010, Joshua Van and Ray Tsuruya were not even 10 years old.
Yeah, they were like, what, 8, 10? Yeah, they're like, that's crazy.
That's so crazy.
Wild, yeah, it was good memories. Actually, Edson Barboza made his debut on that card, too. He beat this guy, Mike Lulo. He just kicked the shit out of his legs. It was crazy.
Yeah.
As far as this fight goes, good for Ribeiro. Again, Marcel, you know, he's beaten the odds a few times now. Like, people don't really respect this guy. He's been 4 fights in the UFC. I think he was fighting for his job here for sure. You know, Contender Series, he had that crazy win against Bruno Lopez. He was like plus 700. Gets knocked out by Ming Yang, whatever. And then he has like a close fight with that guy, Magomed Gajisulov, who got cut recently. It was like kind of close. And then beats Machado. Not kind of a shitty fight. He edges it out in the fight. I think we both thought Machado won. But, you know, shuts everyone up here with a nice win over a guy in Nurgaje who missed weight by 5 pounds. And I'm calling him Twitchy now because he keeps touching his eyes the whole time. That's my nickname for him, Twitchy. I find it so annoying. I mean, they're saying that he has this tick thing. Bro, I just think at the highest level of sport, like, it's not good to have that. Like,
it made me think about Damir Ismagulov, which always.
Yeah. I mean, I just think at the highest level of sport, you got to be like, you can't be moving your hand there all the time, like rub your eye. It's really weird. I mean, but the thing is, like, I think this guy looked like bad. Like, Ribeiro had the knockdown the first round. Second round, Nurgaje gets a takedown, and Ribeiro reverses him from bottom position with the Kimura. Like, how often do you see that at this level of sport? So I have a few thoughts. Like, first off, how did this guy miss weight? Because I look at him, Marcel. I'm looking at a guy that I feel like could make 185 if he lost some of his fat almost. Go ahead.
I was talking to some guys from Kazakhstan who always sent me in questions for their blog or whatever.
Sure.
And so they asked me, what do I think about Nurgaje? It's like, he looked really flat, you know, didn't look good at all. First round, he got knocked down. I was like, second round, he finally got that takedown, and then he got reversed with a Kimura and he tapped out, you know. It's like, he looked really off, you know. I said, and I wasn't even really impressed by his Contender Series fight, but he got a great finish, but he looked up. And then these guys are like, do you think it has maybe something to do with the Ramadan, which he's in? It's like, I haven't thought about it, you know, but possible. But I mean, is that an excuse to fight
so
that bad?
He was eating and drinking less, and then he missed weight. That doesn't. Does that make sense?
But they eat when it's dark, so you can eat whatever you want after it's dark. But when it's light again, then you have to fast.
Maybe it screwed something up. Maybe it's possible. I mean,
yes,
it was
I don't
weird
know.
that he missed weight by so much.
Yeah.
For sure. Do you know what the fines were, by the way, for the missed weight? Do you know what the fines for him in?
No, I only 25% was for
both?
DR. I don't know for Chidi. I have no idea.
I feel like Ribeiro should ask for like 40%, man. Be honest.
Let me check if I can find it for Chidi.
Yeah, no worries. It's probably like 20% or something. But yeah, I don't know. Like this guy shit the bed. He was like minus 500 and he got finished. It was a really bad performance. Really bad.
Especially gonna look it up for you. That's how I am. You're
just going to MMA Junkie, right? Like they have it, don't they?
No, I'm not going to Junkie. I'm going to the official UFC website.
Okay.
You know why I do that? Because you ask. That's how nice I am.
What is it?
I have no idea. I haven't found it yet. I'm still
let me get the comments while you're doing it. Wait, where's taking pulling your shorts up? Poirier? Yeah, Poirier does that. Yep. What's up, Blake? After exchange. Yeah. This guy does it so often, man. I'm late to ask what ranked opponent would you like for Chidi. Yeah, we were talking about it a little bit, Antoine. Like maybe Neil Magny, but he's not ranked. I don't know. Marcel doesn't think he should get ranked because he missed weight, which is fair.
Marcel is always fair. Oh, here you go. So it's Njokuani 25% and Njokuani 20%.
I said that. There you go. I just guessed and I got it. I think it's his first time missing weight, so they usually do 20. If Pierre's gonna have that tick, it's not smart to keep fighting. I kind of agree with this guy, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, it's not good. What's up, Andrew? Glad to have you, man. Drew says, why are you taking a fight during Ramadan? Yeah, I mean, like, I kind of agree. Like, you can't really use it as an excuse if, like, you're going to accept the fight during it. Like, so. And also, Ankalaev won the belt last week, and he was doing it, although, and then also, what's this called? Bilal, when he fought, was it Luque, like 2 years ago, maybe?
That was against Chance Rencounter, I think that was.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was against Luque as well, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, let's go to the next fight here. Kevin Vallejos knocks out Sung Woo Choi first round. I mean, we all knew this was going to happen. No surprise. I actually think Choi looked okay. Like, he's a good striker, man. Just has no chin. Like, he must have one of the worst chins. Definitely, an easy fight to pick, I think. But I will give it Vallejos, man. I think he's such a good prospect. But I want to just say, like, he's just a good dude. Because I didn't know Choi's mom, like, passed away, like, 2 weeks ago.
I also had no idea.
Yeah, it's on his Instagram. I'm sure you saw that after. Because that's what he said. He's like, I know he had like a tough camp. I mean, his mom died. I mean, that's horrible. So, I kind of feel like he'll probably get cut, Choi, but because I want to say that Sean Shelby and Nick Maynard have big hearts, Marcel, but I'm not so sure. I mean, what's his record? It's 4.
He only won to Jarno this last 5, I think.
4-7 in the UFC. He's 1-5 in his last 6. He's going to get cut. There's no way they give him another fight. So, but yeah, I mean, I like Vallejos. I like the guy. I know you like him. Calls out John Silva rematch.
Yeah, he's not going to get that one yet.
No.
But Vallejos. Finally, people saying the name right, and then Joe Martinez comes like Vallejos. It's like, dude.
Him and that other guy, Justin Bernard. He always butchers the names too. That guy.
Oh, you mean Thomas Jefferson?
Yeah, he always fucks the names up. Like, I just feel like it's like such a small part of your job to get the names right. Like, especially if you're a commentator or announcer. So I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, it was a good win for Vallejos. It took some time before he landed, and then when he landed, it was over. Yeah, he's a good fighter. We saw that already in Contender Series twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like this kid. I think he's very good. And I mean, I'm telling you guys, like, he's 23. I think he could be a champion one day. I really think so. Why not? Someone's going to be a champion. You always have to kind of like project future. I mean, he's 23. In 7 years, he's going to have a lot more experience. I think he's very good. All right, let's go to a couple other questions. Andrew's taking the bong rip. All right, let's go. Antoine, did you see Kevin campaigning with Troy again on the fight? I did, because that's awesome. I think he's a good dude, man. Yeah, I agree. What's up, Zach? What's up, Dana? Did you guys think we saw us getting fraud checked? I didn't think so. Marcel did, though, so that's why I already gave him credit. I'm not going to keep giving you credit. I'm giving you credit on Twitter and on the podcast already. I think that you got it enough. Now you're getting it from the people in the audience, so there we go. Defense seems to be an issue with Korean fighters. Yeah. Definitely got dropped. Also, no excuse for UFC announcers. They have the audio pages. Yeah, I exactly. And I said it to Marcel sometimes where we're not sure. Like, there was that guy, named Jurgo Turum Demberol. That name, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Long syllable guy, Zach. That's what you call him. Zach calls him long syllable guy. You knew his name, but I was like, how do I say this? So I went and looked. Yeah, I think it's part of the job, you know.
And they still cannot pronounce Manon Fiorot.
That one,
Like,
yeah. So the BJ Penn thing, I mean, I'm gonna say no comment. I worked for his website for like 2 years.
no idea.
He was cool. Jared Gordon's the one out there saying it. Jared is a former junkie. He's a self-admitted junkie. Jared's a good dude. He's out there trying to help people out that have, you know, dealt with this or are dealing with addiction issues. I mean, you saw Jared's interview, right? He's like, man, I've done everything: crack, coke, like meth, like heroin, everything. And I met Jared. He's a good dude, man. He's made a career for himself. Like he talked about it. He was like living on the streets at one point, I think.
The crazy thing, if you see Jared, you wouldn't think like such thing about him. You know what I mean? So yeah, great.
With BJ though, like I for a long time thought he might have, you know, signs of CTE. I mean, to be fair, like I think a lot of guys like Chuck, you know, a lot of these guys that were pioneers of the sport. But I mean, that video was very concerning. I'll say that. But yeah, no comment because I like BJ and I don't have an issue with him. But he's got to get some help, man. That's why we'll talk about Musas in a second. Hold on, Antoine. Antoine's skipping so far ahead. Antoine, hold on, baby. Let's go to this fight. We got to talk about this shitty fight between Waldo Cortez Acosta and Ryan Spann first. This fight was pretty bad, man. I got to be honest. Like, this fight was not good. Ryan Spann looked horrible. I think Ryan Spann gets cut. I think he looks so bad that they can't keep him on the roster anymore. And with Waldo, like, it's a nice win, but, like, man, there's such a bad fight. Go ahead.
Was Spann trying to get Waldo a point deduction?
What do you mean?
Spann was continually arguing with the referee.
Oh, like, well, I mean, his fingers were extended to it a few times. Like, and
but I also felt that he was really searching for it to get a point.
Yeah. No, I agree. He was trying to game the ref. The ref, who was it? Mark Smith, was it? Mark Smith. He didn't have anything of it. But I want to say, wasn't it last week Mark Smith took a point from someone? Right? Was it last week?
Yeah, he did.
Who was it? Do you remember?
Jesus, I always forget, man.
What fight was it?
What was last week, actually?
I know, it's so hard to remember. That's Pereira and Goliath. There was a point in Pereira and Petrosian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was Mark Smith. I mean, that was a really brutal low blow. So
yeah, but Petrosian was fighting dirty as fuck the whole fight.
Yeah, he was. Did he get cut yet, or he got cut, right? Or
I think so. Yeah.
I think I saw that he got cut. I could be wrong. Maybe right? Isn't it on the?
I'm not sure, dude, but probably. Who cares?
Yeah. No, I don't know. I thought I saw that. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm making that up. But I think he gets cut. Anyways, yeah. I mean, this fight kind of sucked. But yeah, Waldo's 6-1. He called out Ty and Derek Lewis. I think he gets one of those fights. Do you think so?
I'm good with it. You know, why not? You know,
I think he beats both guys. To be honest with you.
Unfortunately, I don't think Ty is in fighting shape anytime soon. He kind of looks.
I think him and Lewis is a fun fight, though. I mean, it could be good. Who would you pick in that fight if they did it? Waldo and Derek.
Waldo, of course.
Yeah, I pick him against either guy. I know. Well, Derek has the most knockouts of all time.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be funny if Derek landed a flying knee like he did against what's it called?
Marcos Rogério de Lima. Yeah.
And then takes his pants off and runs around. I know you love that part. That was so funny though. All right. Yeah. Superman. Ryan Spann looked bad. I think he's getting cut. I think, and some people were joking with GFL, like, stop Grateful Dead. I mean, it's possible. Like, there's a lot. They need holes, right? Zach knows more than me. I mean, Zach, don't they have guys that they need to fill in those slots for those light heavyweights that, like, Rashad and those guys that didn't.
First, you say they have holes, and then you say they need guys to fill the slots. What are you saying?
Oh, man, stop it. Lane versus Spann would be funny. I mean, yeah, I guess they could do that. Spann ranked one of the most wasted talent. I mean, he's got to be up there because, like, dude, at his best, he was finishing guys like Dominic Reyes. Like, he had some good fights. Ryan Spann had some good fights, I was there in Brazil when he knocked out Antonio Rogério Nogueira. It was nasty knockout, very nasty. But, yeah, I mean, he just didn't really live up to potential. Yeah.
Didn't he also beat the GOAT?
Who?
Sam Alvey.
Yeah, barely. He barely won that fight. Remember that?
Yeah.
Calling Spann lazy is insult the league. There's lazy bed there. Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, Waldo's 6-1 in the UFC. Good for him. All right, let's go to the rest of the prelims here. Su Young Yu defeats AJ Cunningham decision. This fight was kind of boring. Guy did what he had to do. 5 takedowns. How much control time did you have? 8 minutes. You had 8 minutes of control time. Yeah, you.
Me?
You.
Me?
Yeah. I'll say this. I think Cunningham actually is probably in the right weight class now, and he was tough. You give AJ one more fight? You give him one more? you do him and Musasa? Someone suggested in the chat. Do you do that fight?
You know, the thing with AJ is that I really like him, honestly.
I know.
And I want to give him a chance, but at the same time, listen, no disrespect to the guy, but I don't think he's UFC material. But I mean, like 20% of the roster isn't, to be really honest.
No,
so,
true.
Yeah, give him one more. Why not?
Give him one more. I mean, he's on a 4-fight deal. They can give him one more. How much is he making? 12-12, something like that. 10-10, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. I think.
Yeah, I agree with True. You weren't impressive, Marcel. You just weren't. You just weren't impressive, man. It was an okay performance, like nothing special. Like, I mean, to me, this was one of the weaker fights in the card.
Can't wait for me to debut.
Yeah, let's go to the next fight here. Yeah, upset of the night. One of the biggest upsets in a while. We've had a few fraud checks this year, and this was another one for sure. Carlos Vera fraud checks Josias Musasa, drops him with a head kick, and then submits him with a rear naked choke. Unbelievable finish. I'm glad he got a bonus. Well deserved.
Did you see him laughing when he jumped on his back? He was like, "This is over."
Yeah, I mean, well, I think first off, the guy was rocked, and
yeah.
Second off, I mean, he gets his neck, he's going to finish him. So, yeah, I mean, there was definitely, if you looking back at it now, and you obviously picked it correctly. There was a lot of things about Musasa that were kind of questionable, like the competition in Africa, and then the fighting contender wasn't the most impressive, but I still saw some like potential that I liked. But then again, like minus 800 or whatever, like that's wild on a guy that had no UFC fights, right? So that it's just another example of like you kind of get caught speeding sometimes, and a lot of people parlayed him and Nurgaje, they parlayed. And I wonder if the people that did the parlay on the prelims and they lost, and they did another parlay on the main card, Marcel, and they had Nurgaje and they lost again. They probably did like Vallejos, Nurgaje, and like, I don't know, maybe like Hernandez or something in Blackshear, something like that. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, good pick, man. I mean, I'm not going to say it again, though.
I mean, the thing was like Musasa's contender series, I just wasn't convinced,
It's that Georgian guy?
Yeah, and then Dana is like, yeah, wasn't great, but he trains with Kamaru and he's managed by Ali, so I expect a lot of us like, dude, are those like why does that matter, But yeah, I have nothing against the guy, but I felt like if Vera can get him to the ground, he can beat him there, Then he even rocked him and knocked him down with a head kick. And he submitted a good win for Vera. He needed that one because he lost his first fight against Rinya Nakamura. And to be honest, they probably made this fight to give Musasa his first win, I think. But it backfired. So
for sure.
Let's see what they give Musasa next and what they do with Vera.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. With Vera, I mean, he's basically a gatekeeper. But actually, you know what? This kind of reminded me of the Payne Talbot fight with Barcelos, just with the finish. But at least with this guy, he had no fights. With Talbot, I mean, I don't know what the excuse was.
What is this? What's this shit with Frank Ocean? I read everywhere.
I think they're dating or something.
I don't even know who the guy is.
He's like a singer. I don't really like his music, but he's pretty famous.
Okay.
Spanlandic bombs him. Waldo's not. He's not bad for like a mediocre heavyweight, basically. The
That's
one
almost insulting.
Yeah,
he didn't go
to the race sweet spot. Exactly. Who won? You? Who? Me? No, you. That's me. There you go. You? Yeah, no, I agree. Not to do my horror, but I was the only one to pick there. You did. You had him. Nice pick. That's a reach and a half. True beat me by 1 point in the confidence pool, but we have 3 weeks, True. So you took round 1, True, but you're an old guy, so your cardio is going to go bad as the fight goes on, and the young buck is me, a young buck.
Who you are up against?
Going against True. So
yeah, okay.
I know he already took you out. He's trying.
I want you to just. He might be lucky that the last 2 weeks haven't.
It's funny. Like True's going to take both halves of the podcast. Then we're gonna time out True from here. He won't be able to come in the chat.
Destroy that dude. Destroy him.
Waldo Lewis. Yeah, I don't think it's bad. Him or Ty. But Ty is not gonna make 265 time soon. 266. Even's reaction sauce. Yeah. That was funny.
True, you're really fucking lucky, dude.
Zane always makes underdog picks.
Yeah. The last 2 weeks didn't count. You're fucking lucky, dude.
Put my name in the banner. Oh no, screw you, dude. Screw you, True. All right, let's go back to the rest of the card. Let's get through it. Stephanie Luciano, Sam Hughes defeats Stephanie Luciano split decision. I thought Luciano won. I really did. I thought she won round 1 and 3. It was a competitive fight. Like the second round to me, that was kind of like, do you go 10-8 or 10-9? And I think, it's close to a 10-8. It's like a borderline one. One judge went that way, but all 3 of the judges had Hughes winning, 2 of them had her winning round 1. and the judges gave her a split. I thought Luciano won. Who do you think won?
I think second round was a clear win for you. Third round was for Stephanie Luciano. The first round was the swing round, in my opinion. Could have gone both ways. I think Hughes looked good early on in the round, and I think Luciano looked better in the second part of the round. So I don't think it was a robbery or anything, but I think it was close. Listen, for me, it would have been better if Luciano won because I picked her to win. But I'm not upset that Hughes won. I thought it was a close fight.
It was competitive. I still thought Luciano did more damage. I really did.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah.
So I thought she should have won. I mean, I think she won. And if you watch, the really weird thing was if you watch the post-fight press conference, these journalists are like, "Damn, you clearly won. How was it split?" And I'm like, "What are you guys talking about? This was a close fight, 100th
journalist.
Nice. And Marcel, that's your guy, Marcel.
No, this is the journalist.
Jason, it was like one of those borderline ones. Like it's like if you had half points, it's an 8.5. Like I don't hate a 10-8 there, but I went 10-9 just because I feel like Luciano landed quite a few strikes at the beginning of the round. I'll just look at the stats just to see. Yeah, it was actually Luciano landed more strikes in that round, or she landed more significant strikes. Ground strikes, he was dominated the ground strikes.
Bro, some of these journalists are so deep in with those fighters. If they get any deeper, they got their food back from the mouth, man. It's so bad.
One guy was really sucking up to Alexander Hernandez, and Hernandez is like, "Well, you should come to dinner with me and the team."
Yeah,
the Misfits or whatever they're called. They had another name for them. I can't remember the other name for the team. So these guys they all left Montoya then. These guys.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
but wasn't Montoya there last night? Wasn't he coaching someone else?
Yeah, who was he coaching again?
That must be awkward, eh?
Yeah.
Who was he coaching? Who was it?
I don't know, dude. I don't remember these things, dude.
How can I forget this? We saw it last night. I can't remember who it was. Maybe someone in the chat knows. I don't remember. I should remember this, but I don't. UCL was decent looking, I think. Was it Cunningham? Oh, yeah, it was Cunningham. Yeah, good call. Yeah. That must be awkward backstage, though, man. Yeah. It was AJ. You know what? Dude, AJ's defensive grappling looked good. I'll give him that, man. For a guy that's not very good. Attitude Fight Series veteran, Zach. Garrett, what's up, man? That's your guy. There's your guy, Zach. Or Marcel. I called you Zach.
What's up, man?
You guys look so alike. All right, let's go to the last couple fights here. Andre Lima. Oh, by the way, Vera won a bonus. I mentioned that. And then the other bonuses came from the first 3 fights. And I will say this. Love seeing the prelim guys get the bonus because I feel like these guys don't make much money. They deserve it. Andre Lima, phenomenal performance. Defeat. Okay, are they calling him Barra or Barez now? Like they'll change the pronunciation, including
it's Danny Bareth.
Yeah, basically was saying Barez, and he was really enunciating it too. So maybe he told him to say it that way. But anyways, I mean, Lima destroyed him. Like I'm shocked that this fight went as long as it did because Lima was beating the shit out of his body, dude. And it's like amazing this guy was able to survive for so long, but obviously was able to get the finish late in the third round. I think Lima's phenomenal. He's 4-0 now in the UFC. This kid is very good. And I think, again, he's a guy that could be a champion one day, too. I think he's that good. I really do. And he's 26. He's 26, so he's super young. I know some people are like, let's match up him and Josh Fan. I don't see why, though. Like, why would we do that? Like, they can both fight someone else in the top 15. What do you think?
Yeah, I feel the same way. Give him somebody in top 15. Not Josh Fan. Why would you give him Tim Elliott, give him Asakura, give him
Tim Elliott shouldn't even be ranked anymore. He hasn't fought in a year and a half. He has no fight book. I don't know why he's in the rankings. It's kind of weird. They took I don't know if you saw it, but like John Morgan was saying, the voters were told not to vote for Jack Hermanson and was it Kalen Seminara? And there was someone else too. They're like, don't vote for them, but they kept in Usman, who hasn't fought in like 2 years, and because he's a UFC favorite, and then they kept in Tim Elliott for some reason. So I'm with you though. I mean, Elliott's gonna have to fight one of those two guys, I think. But we did talk about it. Iridium likes to do Iridium versus Iridium fights. They do. So I think they'll probably do Josh Fan and Tim Elliott, I think, if he's ready to go. Yeah, I'm not saying it's wrong, Zach, but like again, like why is Usman not ranked? Why is he still ranked? Like he shouldn't be. I love Usman. He's one of the best fighters of all time. He shouldn't be ranked though. All right, 2 other fights. Priscilla Cachoeira, you picked this one too. Nice pick. Knocks out Josiane Nunes. Dude, it was a nasty knockout. She gets a bonus too. Nasty knockout, Marcel.
Yeah, I do these things, man. I'm just kidding.
You had a good card. You had a good card.
I mean, for once.
You flipped the coin and you got lucky, but
The thing was like, I felt like that she had probably more power than Nunes, and that she had to reach advantage, And Nunes was like really weird fighting, man. She was looking to the ground the whole damn time or something,
Terrible.
And she tried to every time she got closer, she was in danger, And Cachoeira had that good, how do you say, the uppercut, which she landed. Yeah, she knocked her out. Man, listen, man, Fabiano Buscai is one of the best interpreters there is. When he was like translating what Cachoeira said, like, I was a former crackhead. It's like, what the hell?
She's talked about this in the interview.
Yeah, I know.
I think she probably saved her job. I think Nunes gets cut, by the way. She's lost 3 straight fights. Yeah, she's gonna get rid.
She looked really bad in my opinion.
Looked terrible. Cachoeira, actually, it's funny. Cachoeira had the reach disadvantage. Nunes had longer reach. Can you believe that?
That didn't look like that, dude.
I know. Well, she's looking at the ground, punching the ground. But yeah, I think Cachoeira probably saved her job too. She did this a few times where like her job was on the line and she got these crazy knockouts.
Shayna Dobson against Shayna Dobson.
She saved her job. Yeah, good for her. And then opening the card, I was wrong about this one. I took a shot in the dog here. I knew, what's funny? I knew there'd be some dogs that won on this card, but I picked the wrong ones, and this was one of them.
I told you, Adam, we don't blame you for being horny, So.
Yeah, Dubin, she looked good at the weigh-ins, I'll say that. But yeah, Judy's, nasty knockout, head kick, punches. Yeah, she looked good, man. What can I say? I still think Dubin can get a win in the UFC. I do. I know a lot of people think she sucks, but I think she'll win a fight. But yeah, this one wasn't it. And good for Judice, man. She's actually won 2 bonuses in the UFC now in her 2 fights, so making a little bit extra money on the side and nasty head kick. And yeah, by the way, I think this is the first time ever back-to-back first-round knockouts by women's fighters, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
This is good,
Yeah, it's great.
The thing was like Dubin was looking for that one-punch knockout again, and you saw Judice saw that she was trying to do that. And Judice was just more technical, A good win for her. To be honest, I remember her Dana White Contender Series fight was super close. I think she lost to Ernesta in that fight. And also her debut against Gabriela Fernandez was very close. I don't think that should have been a fight of the night back then, but it was a close fight. So yeah, good for her. She finally got that first UFC win. And absolutely. I can't agree with True, but on the other hand, I'm like, I like how she looks. So, but I can't agree with it.
Maybe moving down in weight's not a bad idea. But anyways, yeah. Overall, I think it was a good card. I honestly think it was a really entertaining card. Again, not the biggest names or whatever, but the last couple fights kind of were a little tiring. Marcel, like the Dolidze fight and the Hernandez fight wasn't amazing either. But overall, I think it's 7.5, 8 out of 10. Is that fair? Something like that.
7.5, I would go. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that. Okay, there you go. And I'm Mr. Optimistic over here, right?
Let's not go too crazy. Adam,
no, I don't want to because Marcus, our good friend Marcus, messaged me during the fight, during where there was 6 finishes in a row or whatever.
He tweeted me as well.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, this card's amazing right now. And then again, there was a few fights that kind of sucked the wind out of it, including the main event, which the main event just didn't do it for me personally. But overall, very good card. It was a very fun card and better than I thought it would be for sure.
Yeah,
I think I said it would be like a 5 out of 10, and I was wrong. And I said last week, I'm like, I hope I'm wrong. Great card, won some cash, beat down the pool 9 out of 10. Big F you to you, True. I'll see you next week, my man. We'll I got to win round 2 against you. Go to round 3. I took Zane out in 3 rounds. He also beat me in the first round. So, all right, we're good with this, I think, Marcel, and we're gonna do the preview of UFC London, guys. And just join us in a minute here. I'll tweet it out. So we'll do UFC London preview. But I appreciate everyone joining us for the UFC Vegas 104 recap. We're done with this card. Move on to the UFC London preview. Give me a minute here. I'll tweet it out.